that ear. Yeah, I couldn't heave it out 8 foot when she ran by me. Yeah, I missed twice. Oh, and that rock, man, I looked over, I was trying to get a rope around her neck to stop her, and she turned and fought them dogs. Yeah. Yeah. What'd she do, just grab that bit and go? I was trying to head up to get around her, and next thing I know, I seen you get yeah. Yeah. I thought she was tied off until I seen it was bound on itself. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, all I can lead is like a 200-pound calf on. Yeah. Quiet. Yeah. Get her, Peach. Yeah. Yeah, dude, when she stepped over that rope on you, I was like, here we go. Yeah. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up. Skid her up, Jigs. Swim out there. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up, Peach. Show Jigs how to do it. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up, Peach. That's right, you tell her. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. It's all or nothing now, guys. We're running out of rocks to throw here. Skid her up. Skid her up, Peach. Skid her up, Peach. Boom. There we go. That cow. Oh, binged her on the forehead. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up, Peach. Show her who's boss. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up. Skid her up. up, Jigs. Skid her up. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up. Skid her up. Get out there, Red Dog. Help him. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Need some bayou dogs for this deal. Yeah, skid her up. Skid her up, pal. We know you love to swim. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up. Time to shine. Don't hang out by me. You guys want to punch cows and eat them up all the time. Now's your chance to. There's your smorgasbord right there. Lying and waiting. Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up, Jigs! Skid her up! 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 Good pal! Get her! He can't swim for nothing. Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up! I don't want to whack my dog. Skid her up, Jigs! Skid her up, Jigs! Skid her up, pal! Skid her up! 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 There you go, bite her! Skid her up! Skid her up, Jigs! Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up! Yeah, skid her! Woo! Skid her, skid her, skid her! Woo! Skid her, skid her, skid her! Woo! Skid her, skid her, skid her! Woo! Skid her up! Skid her up! Woo! Yeah! Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up! I think old Red Dog's a little tired. Skid her up, Jigs! Yeah! Skid her up, Jigs! Skid her up, Jigs! Skid her up, Jigs! Skid her up! Make her miserable! Yeah! Skid her! Skid her, skid her, skid her! Ah, she's going out deeper. Skid her! Skid her up, pal! Skid her up! Woo! 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 Skid her up! 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 Skid her! Skid her! Skid her! Bite her, Jigs! Bite that tail! Skid her! Yeah! Skid her! Look at old Peach out there in the mix. Woo! I want my gum. Skid her up! 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 Woo! Skid her up! Woo! Skid her up! Skid her up, Jigs! There you go, bite her, Peach. Get you some. Woo! Skid her up! Skid her up! Skid her up. Yeah, there you go. Bite that butt. Get her going. Skid her up. Skid her up. Woo! Yeah, bite her. Skid her up. Make her poo. Yeah, look at that black dog just hang. Skid her up. Skid her up, dogs. Skid her up. Yeah, skid her up, Jigs. Make her pay. Make her pay. She won't ever want to get a drink again. Skid her up, dogs. Skid her. Skid her, skid her, skid her, skid her, skid her. Drowned her. Skid her. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up. Look at that black dog hang now. Skid her up. Yeah, get out of that water before you drown. Skid her up. Skid her up, Jigs. Skid her up. Golly, what a pain in the ass. Skid her up. Skid her up. Yeah, skid her up. Man, that old black dog's coming alive, Harley. Skid her up. Skid her up. Yeah, skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Bite her, Jigs. Skid her up. There you go, other ear. Yeah, there's 2 ears there. Woo! Skid her up. Skid her up. Yeah, Jigs. Skid her up. Get a hold. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid him, skid him, skid him. Skid him. Skid her up. Tim gonna take the shot. Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. Here she comes, boys. You ready, Harley? Yeah, skid her up. Skid her up. Ah, shit. Skid her up. Skid her up. I think she's gonna come out this other end now. Skid her up. Skid her up. Make her miserable. She'll move. Skid her up. 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 I don't know if these dogs are going to be worth anything tomorrow. They'll be pretty tired. Skid her up. Skid her up. Yeah, exactly. Well, this is a good replacement heifer right here. Skid her up. They got brains. Skid her up. Get in there, Peach. Get in there, pal. Skid in there, pal. Skid him up, pal. Skid him up. Skid him up. Skid him up. Skid him up. Golly, she's dumb. Skid him up. 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 Skid her up. Skid her up. Skid her up. All right, come on, dogs. Well, she's moving now, maybe. Ready, Harley? She's coming your way. Keep her going, guys. Maybe stay off her head and she'll keep moving. There you go, Jig. Just swim behind her. Maybe she'll come out. Ah, shit. Get out of there. Man. Man, old Jigs. She just keeps making the same damn circle. Get out of there. Oh yeah, you think she's gonna get to the edge and... Yeah. I would have swore she'd have bailed, but... Maybe if I ride off, give her a little air, I don't know. Skid him up. Maybe she'll try to call out if she don't see us, I don't know. Fuck. Skid her up. Skid her up. Harley, you might have to give her a little air. Skid her up. Skid her up. Oh yeah. She probably will. She'll be easy to lead. Should be tired. Yeah. Get her up. Get her up. Get her up, Jigs. Get her up, Jigs. Jigs might earn a little bit of steak dinner tonight. At least some beef jerky. Fuck, look at that effort. Get her up, Jigs. Yeah, exactly. Get her up, Jigs. All right, she's kind of heading towards Harley now. Yeah, away from this. Yeah. Pal. No. Fucking dumb. She just keeps making the same circle. Get her up, Jigs. Get her up, Jigs. Get her up, Jigs. Get her up, Jigs. Bite that nose, yeah. Get her up, Jigs. Get her out of there. Bite that nose every time she looks at you, yeah. Get her up, Jigs. That dog is amazing. Get her up. Get her up, Jigs. Get her up. Get her up. Jigs, you tired? You done, Jiggies? Are you tired? Huh? Are you tired? You alright? You okay? Alright, Jigs? Yeah, lay down, relax. You alright? She whack you in the head hard? Lay down. He's gotta pee. Had to come out for a pee break.